Hi everyone, I wanted to talk to you guys today about my journey with upgrading from a standard washer to a front load washer. When I uploaded my first video, which was my Norwex Ultra Power Plus versus Charlie soap video, I had just a regular standard washer, and on Black Friday of last year I got a really good deal on the Samsung. It's like the lowest model. It doesn't have the steam wash or steam dryer, whatever it is. At our local Lowe's, I think I paid $4.99 for each, and I thought, that's such a good deal. We were remodeling our laundry room at the time anyway, so I decided to just go for it. And I was looking forward to hopefully saving money on our water bill and electric bill as well, because I would say between 6 to 8 loads of laundry a week, which, it's not just clothing, but I do wash our bedding fairly frequently and dog blankets, stuff like that. So I have to say, in the beginning, I wasn't completely in love with having a front load washer because I was used to getting my laundry done pretty quickly. I mean, I think the dryer probably took the most time, so I would have a load done and then I might have to wait for a load to dry before I could put in the next load to dry. But now it's the opposite, which I guess is a good thing because the front load washer is able to spin clothes so much faster and get out more water, so hence you have the shorter dryer time. But I think the normal load for normal soiled clothes, it takes about an hour from start to finish. So that definitely has, kind of threw me for a loop. And I just started doing laundry twice a week instead of just keeping my laundry day to Saturday or Sunday. So now I normally do laundry on a Wednesday and Sunday, and that seems to work pretty well, and maybe one errant load here or there. Let's see. The pros of having the front load washer, I would definitely say I was surprised and elated when our water bill came. It is actually half what it used to be. I don't know if that's just a coincidence, but it can't be, honestly. I think when we actually had the washer and dryer installed, it was the end of December. So then when the next quarter came out that our water bill came, it was, I think, $90, and it's normally around $170, $180 every quarter. So that was huge. The drying time also is definitely less. I would say on average it's about 30 minutes to maybe 40 minutes depending on how heavy the load is. So our electric bill, I think I have noticed a bit of a difference, but maybe not huge. It's also winter now, so I feel like you are kind of using a little bit more electricity because our furnace kicks on a little bit more with that. So another thing that I wanted a front load washer for was because with the standard washers with the agitator in the center, I felt like it was really harsh on my clothing, and a lot of my, t-shirts were getting pilled. Nice, more delicate tank tops that I would buy were actually getting holes in them, like the first time that I washed them, and that was really frustrating. So I definitely have noticed with new clothing that I've, gotten since having the new washer, I don't really have that problem. So I know that mold or the mildew smell is a big concern for a lot of people with the front load washers. And now if you've seen my other video, you know that I use a very clean rinsing laundry detergent, and I don't really have that issue. I think a lot of people tend to overuse laundry detergent, and especially fabric softener, which I don't use fabric softener, liquid fabric softener in my washer either. And of course I always leave the door open to let it air dry like you're supposed to, and that seems to help a lot as well. I don't really have any cons. I would say the only con really with having the front loader, the biggest thing for me was just getting used to it taking so long for each load to finish washing. There is a quick wash option available, and I am going to show you the options that I do have on my washer and dryer. Just go through it quick. I'm going to wash our bedding, so I can run through that really quick too. But you want to make sure that your clothing's clean, and because it uses such little water, you do want it to be a longer cycle to make sure that the clothing is being agitated enough and being run through with the detergent water. So another thing is I definitely did have to cut back on the amount of detergent I was using. I was using Charlie soap, the powder. I was having issues with that. I was using about the same amount, which is what they recommend, and a lot of my darker clothes was having white splotchy marks on it. So then I tried the liquid, and I was like, you know what, I hate liquid, it's messy. So I actually tried Nellie's all natural laundry soda, and I've been having great results with that, which I'm going to do a separate review about that. I feel kind of bad because I'm a loyal person. I really like Charlie soap, and maybe other people like that more than Nellie's, and that's fine. But so far, Nellie's seems to be more clean rinsing. I was getting more itchy with the Charlie soap because it wasn't rinsing as clean, and my son was actually complaining about it too. So since I've started Nellie's, which was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, our clothing is so soft, and I swear it smells even cleaner. And it also is not, it's a fragrance-free laundry soap. So your clothing, when it comes out, it just smells like clean fabric, which I love. I'm actually so in love with that. I hate the smell of conventional laundry detergent anymore. But anyways, so I did have to cut back a little bit. I definitely use for a large load just 1 tablespoon like it recommends. Well, actually I think for Nellie's it recommends a tablespoon for like a medium regular load, but for me 1 tablespoon for a large load is perfect. And it's amazing also with the front loaders how much laundry you can do at one time. I mean, you don't want to stuff it because you need to make sure the clothing has room to kind of agitate over the other clothing in order to clean itself, but it's just crazy. So that is another nice thing about the longer laundry cycles is, okay, maybe it's taking a little bit longer for the laundry to be done, but at the same time, you can put more laundry in at one time. So that's about it. That's pretty much all I have to say. So definitely look for those sales if you can for front load washers. I know they're a little bit more expensive. I was afraid of doing the high efficiency top loaders because I've heard some bad things I know people that do have the top load high efficiency and love them, but I thought, you know what, with the price as low as it is, I'm just gonna go for it and do the front loaders. So it was definitely a love-hate relationship in the beginning, but I think now that it's been about not quite a full 5 months that I've had them, I do really like it, and I do feel like my clothing, our clothing gets a lot cleaner. My husband spilled his, he drinks like a energy drink in the morning, like a pre-workout drink in the morning, and it's the fruit punch flavor, so it is red, and he spilled it all over the front of his light colored sweat jacket. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is never going to come out. And I completely forgot about it. I forgot to pre-treat it. I threw it in the wash, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to pre-treat it. But it came out. It completely came out. So I am really impressed with the stain removal that the front load washer can do. So anyways, next scene is going to be a quick review of my washer and dryer. Sorry, I know I tend to kind of go on and on. But yeah, okay. Okay, so here is the Samsung front load washer and the Samsung front load dryer that I have. And so right now I'm just doing a load of bedding. So I'm going to load it up. So this goes to show you how much I can do at one time. I am going to put the comforter in separately though, because that's a little bit bulkier. So put in the sheets. this washer and dryer, there is a normal setting, which is what I normally use for, you know, just a mix of cottons and synthetic fabrics. So you turn it on, you just press the power button, it comes up, and in order to select what you want, you just turn the dial. So goes to show the different times. So there is a quick wash, but that's only a 1 rinse cycle, which I do recommend adding the extra rinse cycle if you're doing that. And then you can choose your soil level too. So light, normal, heavy, it increases for what your selection is. The normal cycle is really cool because you have the option of cold, the eco warm, warm, hot, spin. You can do no spin. I don't really know why you wouldn't use a spin. You can do the low spin, medium spin, high spin. I normally always do high unless I'm worried about more delicate fabrics. Soil level, I normally just do normal. If I'm washing something really dirty, obviously I can select heavy, and then it will increase the time that it washes. Oh, don't want to do that. So anyways, there's a my cycle, so you can save the preferred cycle. I never use it because it doesn't really seem to save me that much time because it's pretty quick. And you know, it doesn't take a long time to choose what you want to do. Delay end is really cool. Say I'm going away and I know I'm not going to be back for about 3 hours. I can hit this and I can hit 3 hours, and then the washer will turn on when it knows it will be done at the 3-hour mark. So that's really cool. Self-clean, I've only used that once. I don't really think that I needed to. Smart Care is where you can link it to your phone if you're having issues. Again, the extra rinse, extra spin, spin only. You can turn the sound off if that annoys you, but I kind of like it. So anyways, I'm doing the bedding cycle. The only thing I don't like about the bedding cycle is you cannot choose the hot water wash, but I believe that's because it uses so much more water in the bedding cycle. So for that, I'm going to do warm, which is the highest. It won't go to the high, so the highest spin cycle you can do is medium, and I'm just going to do normal. It does turn on an extra rinse, so I'm just going to leave that. That's fine. And then this is where you add your detergent. There is a little, I don't know, doohickey. If you're using liquid detergent that you put in here. Since I'm doing powder, I take it out, and this is where the powder detergent goes. Now, most powder detergents will tell you to just throw the powder in the drum with the clothing. I don't like doing that. I feel like it does not work as well as having the powder mix with the water. So I'm going to add my detergent. So 1 scoop. And I'm going to hit start. So now it will start the cycle, which is kind of dark in here, so I apologize. But we will watch it where the water comes out with the soap, which is kind of cool. So there you see the soapy bubbles. And I'll check in once it's filled up. As you can see, the washer is still filling, but it keeps turning it so that it's evenly, the water is evenly distributed, and it has the capability of sensing the water level. So if the water level ever seems to be too low during the wash cycle, it will add more water to that. So, and for the bedding cycle, obviously because bedding is more bulky, it does add more water than a normal wash. When you're doing just a normal load of laundry, at first I was like, this is not adding enough water at all. Okay, so here we go. It stopped. You can kind of see the water level, but that's where everything spins. Okay, so this is the Samsung dryer. And again, you just press the power button to turn it on, and that way you can select your cycle. Everything in the orange is the sensor dry. For that, the only two heat levels you can choose between are medium and high, because obviously if it's drying at a low or an extra low heat setting, it's going to use a lot more time. And being that it's an efficient dryer, it's not going to do that. So if you do one of these, then you have the ability to choose whatever heat cycle that you want. Now, I normally do the normal dry, so that's a sensor dry. Normal dry, there's a damp dry, more dry, very dry. I just do normal dry, and I normally always just hit that, so it's a medium. If you want the time dry, then you can choose between 20, 40, and 60 minutes, and you can do the extra low, whatever. And then you just hit the start button. And the cool thing too is there's a drum light, so you can turn it on. There's my wool dryer balls. And there's that one. Okay, so that was my video for my Samsung washer and dryer. And I will also copy the link for those models on the Lowe's website. I think I have the ability to do that. So if you have any questions, comment below, or you can also email me at doriandosuzannah@gmail.com, which I will also put my email address below too. Another thing, if you want to email me and ask me other products that you might be interested in an honest review, just send that to my email address. Or if you have, like I said, any questions or comments about anything, feel free to do that. So again, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. All right, bye.